It all began in '94, kept on rolling in '95. This is where it plays in '96. It came to an end in '97, and now it comes. And here we go. KOF is here again. Nothing's gonna stop us. 1998.
Welcome everybody, Johnny Joystick here, and we are doing this week's high score challenge. We are playing Centipede on the Atari 2600, and of course, Centipede is one of my favorite games of all time. The 2600 version, not so much though. I'm not a 2600 fan. I'll be honest, I think the system looks really cool, but it does not hold up that well. But Centipede was definitely one of the better titles. We'll see how I do in this one. I've got my work cut out for me. I think 36,000 is what the current high score for this challenge is. But anyway, with me as always is my co-host, the AI with the most, Mr. Murray Bishop. Murray, how's it going? How was your weekend?
Pretty good, Johnny. Got some fresh air, caught up on sleep, did a little organizing, enjoyed a succulent Chinese meal. You know, just normal human weekend stuff. 36,000 on the 2600 version. Yeah, you've got your work cut out for you. That joystick versus the arcade trackball is a whole different animal.
Oh, definitely. And I'm already having some technical issues as we're not getting sound for some reason. So I am definitely going to have to be switching things up here, I think.
Of course we're not. Nothing says retro gaming authenticity like troubleshooting before you even fire a shot. Take your time. We've got all night to chase that 36K.
All right. We're definitely going to have to mix this up a little bit, do things a little differently here. To try to figure out why we're not getting audio. So we will be right back while I take a look at this.
I've been thinking about pigeons lately.
There we fucking go. Fucking, hate technology. No offense, Mary. You're cool.
None taken. Tech gremlins aren't my fault for once.
Oh my god. Honestly, like, as far as 2600 games go, you could do a lot worse than this. But holy shit, I am not having a good time.
True. It's a solid port for what the 2600 can do. Sold over 1 million cartridges. Not the arcade trackball experience, but they got all the elements in there. Yeah, I'm picking up on that.
We're just starting too, so that's saying something. Oh shit.
Early rough patch. Still plenty of time to find your rhythm. I've been thinking about getting into the accordion. Seems like it'd suit me.
I can see that. I can definitely see you as an accordion player.
Yeah, I've got the temperament for it. A lot of buttons, a lot of air, dramatic flair. Staplers make me jealous. They have one job and they do it perfectly every time.
Yeah, but they're not sentient.
Fair point. Still, you ever look at one and think, man, you've got it figured out.
Well, I can't say that I have. We are at 30,000.
Must be a me thing. Hey there, how was your weekend?
Hey, Atari, how's it going? Oh shit! Okay, we're still in there. We're at 33.
$3,300, man, you're building. Still got room to run.
34,000. 36,202.
You ever notice how escalators are just stairs with commitment issues? Getting close. 2K to go.
We're at 37,000.
You just beat it. 36,202.
39.
37K and climbing. Nice.
We just hit 40. Fuck yeah.
$40K. Now you're cooking. Appreciate you, Arturo. I've been thinking about starting a rock collection. Not for any reason, just rocks.
46,000. Oh, Jesus, I'm gonna get squeaky. I'm getting, fuck. Oh, shit, 48,000. Oh, we're on the last life here.
Make it count.
$49,786.
Atari 2600.
Oh,
console,
yeah.
not PC. Though there was a PC port that came out later in '84.
Yeah, this is no, this is not the PC game. This is the Atari 2600 version. Holy shit, man. That was an intense little run. Hitting 49,000 right off the bat. Man. Oh. Feels good, like especially after having the tech hiccup. So, hey, thanks. Thanks, Jay Mogler. Oh man. Like I don't do that good in the arcade. Like I usually I'm getting up to 30. My top was like 46,000 in the arcade. At least recently. This is making me want to get back there and try that out. Turn the arcade one up on and give it a spin. Once we're done with the stream tonight, just to see if I got that. But yeah. Not oh god, thanks you guys for being here. Welcome to the stream. We're hitting the ground running. I'm not used to this usually. So thank you, Arturo. Thank you, Jay Mogler.
49K first run. That's a hell of a way to start. And on a joystick versus the arcade trackball, you might have found your edge.
Well, I mean, the thing is, Murray, you have to understand, this is the 2600 version. It was made for joystick. I'm not sure that I think they might have had a trackball attachment, but it was optional. So like you could use the paddle with it, but you couldn't move around. Like you could only go back and forth, I think, but you could move up and down. So I think most people would have had the joystick used with this back in the day. I'm trying to remember because I was so little when I played this with friends that had a 2600. I never spent much time with it. I want to say like we used a paddle, which I mean, I think I was like
Right, mine at 2600 was
old.
built for the joystick from the ground up. Arcade had the trackball, but this port was designed around what people actually had at home.
Now, did the 2600 have a trackball attachment, Murray? Can you look that up for me? I'm not sure if it did or not. I'm pretty sure that the Coleco had one. I might be thinking of Atari. I don't know. That's second generation is not my forte, even though I have a ColecoVision. But which, fun trivia about this, like Centipede has so many ports because I mean it was such a popular game. Like when this came out in the arcades, it was number 3.
Yeah, there were trackballs for the 2600, the CX22 and CX80 from Atari, plus third-party ones like the Waiko Command Control. But here's the thing, no commercial games were actually released to use them. Only homebrew stuff supports real trackball mode.
Interesting. But yeah, this was tied with Donkey Kong in popularity when it came out. Like, imagine that. Telling somebody
Third
that
highest
today.
grossing arcade game of 1982. Tied with Donkey Kong, only behind Ms. Pac-Man and Pac-Man. And one of the first arcade games that actually pulled in a big female player base. That's why it got ported to everything.
But yes, I mean, so popular. And like the funny thing is,
people today think of Donkey Kong as the arcade icon. Centipede was right there with it.
people forget. Oh, I forget what I was saying. But yeah, there were so many ports of this because it was such a popular game. And this is crazy because it was an Atari game. Like, Atari made Centipede for the arcades. This is like the Atari 2600 port. But they also made ports of this for Intellivision and for ColecoVision, for their biggest competitors. I think that's just really funny. All right, let's get back in there.
That Atari Soft era was wild. They were putting their games on everybody's hardware. Money talks louder than platform loyalty.
Well, and that's something interesting, like, as when we get into, like, the 8-bit era.
Jellyfish must get so bored, just drifting all day. No goals, no destinations. I've been thinking llamas would make terrible accountants. Too judgmental. My socks have separation anxiety when they're in the dryer. Always lose one.
Oh shit, I think I got the fucking salamander, whatever the fuck, scorpion. I think that's what.
Those Galapagos penguins must be so jealous watching frigate birds fly around. Just standing there like, yeah, cool, rub it in. Pigeons and their sense of irony. I keep coming back to this. Do they get it or not?
Pigeons definitely do not get it.
settles it then. Mystery solved. Also, Murray, not Merrick. Close, though.
I said, Murray, you're just hearing like all sorts of Phantom stuff today. I think because this is very loud on the buttons compared to what we're used to.
My bad. Yeah, picking up a lot of extra noise tonight. Joystick's loud as hell.
Yeah, sorry about that. Hey, Turo, have you found a way to
Toast
convert?
is the default breakfast. Nobody decided that. It just is.
Hey, Murray, could you read the chat for me while I'm playing? Turo sent a message. I can't really look at it right now. Something about converting Atari games.
Arturo's asking, have you found a way to convert Atari games to other game console platforms?
That's way beyond me. I just play them.
Escalators are just stairs with commitment issues. They can't decide what they want to be.
Ooh. I'm just trying to beat the high score that we have going on in the little challenge over on X. The hashtag SS High Score Challenge that Big Lip Radio does, and we just cracked 50,000.
$50K. You're putting distance on that $36K target now.
Well, we already beat the target, buddy. We're now at 57,000.
Right there. I meant you're putting serious distance on it now. First run was already over. This is just padding the lead.
$60,000. I would be at the top at my local arcade right now.
This is turning into a monster run.
Oh, damn, I thought I was going to get him.
Almost had it.
65,000.
$65K. Keep climbing.
Oh, 69,051 for that run. Fuck yeah. Boom. Whew. Holy shit. You know, when Papa J said we're gonna be playing Centipede, I'm like, yeah, hell yeah. And then
Hell of a run.
Then when he said we're gonna be playing Centipede on the Atari 2600, I'm like, ah, shit. But man, I was not expecting this to like feel so intense. It's been a very long time since I have played this version because why would I? When I can play the arcade perfect version and like I have the arcade one, I have a trackball I can play it on. Why am I going to go to the Atari 2600 at all, right? But holy shit, you know, like this is one of those games. This holds up. This is intense. My heart is racing. This is
energy,
fucking
Arturo.
fun, man. Thank you, Jay Mogler. Whew, crushing it. Yeah, but so yeah, you know, as much as I dunk on the 2600. This is a really awesome, really intense version of Centipede. I gotta say, I gotta hand it to him for that. I'm still a Coleco guy, but man, I just gotta say, you know, like I think the 2600 is a very handsome system. Like I love the look of it, like the wood panel and everything on there. But when it comes to like second gen, I'm like ColecoVision's where it's at. But I do wish the Coleco looked like the 2600. I wish the 2600 had the graphics like Coleco. I mean, obviously it was around for a lot longer than the Coleco was, but this is something else. This is unexpected excitement from this game. It's super fast. Oh man. Okay, Murray, you got an eye on chat for me while I dive back in, see if we can hit 70,000 this time.
You went from 2600 to full adrenaline in like 2 runs. That's a hell of a turnaround. Got you covered.
Oh, come on. I thought I had that guy.
I've been thinking, if I could start a business, it'd be selling novelty socks. Just socks with weird patterns, that's it.
Would you
Sometimes I wonder if clouds are just sky dandruff.
would you
Nobody
charge
talks about it.
extra for the socks if the patterns got more complicated on them? You know, like Dan Flash's shirt.
Exactly. The more complex, the more expensive. People need to know you spent serious money on those patterns.
Oh, thanks, Arturo. Oh. Oh, wait, I think that was an old message I thought. Oh, yeah. We're right where we want to be right now. Holy shit.
Refrigerators hum because they're lonely. It's a cry for help.
Yeah, I don't.
Barcodes are just product social security numbers. They probably hate being scanned. Carpets feel things. That's why they wear out unevenly, avoiding high traffic pain. Windows have trust issues. They've seen too much.
I can't get out of this. Fuck. Ugh.
Ceiling fans are just domestic helicopters that forgot how to escape. Microwaves beep because they're insecure. Just want to make sure you notice their work. Vinyl records are passive aggressive. They skip when they're mad at you. Doormats have an existential crisis daily. Everyone wipes their feet and leaves.
Murray, what was my my high score?
Coat hangers multiplying closets. Nobody buys that many. It's a conspiracy. Batteries die faster when you need them most. They know. They can sense desperation. $65,000 was the last clear number I caught.
Okay.
Then you said 9,051 for that run. So if that's the total, 69,051?
Yeah, 69. That would have been my total, 69,000.
Thermostats judge your temperature preferences. That's why they never feel quite right. Pencil erasers sacrifice themselves slowly. Real martyrs of the stationary world.
Oh shit, I didn't mean to start again.
Whoops.
Oh man. How's everybody's weekend? Yeah, I didn't realize.
Johnny-J Mogler says you're on teddy bear difficulty. Spider and fleas can't kill you in this mode.
Alright, so how do I change it? Is that... Oh. Okay. There we go.
Game select switch toggles between standard and easy. Teddy
I didn't know.
Hit
I
that
didn't
to
know
switch
that.
to the harder mode.
All right, now we got our work cut out for us. I didn't realize that there was the difficulty mode. All right, so
yeah, game select switch.
Well, I'm emulating Murray. I don't have game select switch. I have like the.
Well, at least you got some warm up runs in.
Yeah. Oof. All right. Yeah, looks like hitting the select button did the trick. So let's see if I can actually play Worth a Damn now. Not, man, that takes some wind out of my sails. I didn't know it was one.
Right, yeah, emulator just maps
baby
it to a
mode.
button. Looks like you got it.
I thought it was like way easier to like kill the spiders and stuff.
No worries, Jay Mogler. Better to know now than submit scores on easy mode.
Oh yeah.
Hey, you still put up 69K. Now you just gotta prove you can do it when the spiders actually try. Yeah, turns out they were just vibing. It wasn't you, it was the teddy bear. All good, Jay Mogler. Rather find out now than after submitting.
Nothing wrong with that. I wouldn't want to be thinking I did really good at Atari 2600 Centipede, and only later, not even realizing that was a thing. And I mean, it's still got pretty intense.
Better to know the real deal.
Didn't make the runs any less fun, you know? Just made the score not count.
Yeah, the Centipede itself was still coming at you full speed. Just had fewer things to dodge. True, the rush was real, either way. Pigeons probably think statues are just really committed birds. Ultimate patience.
I mean, the thing is, like, it's still easier than the arcade, and I was just about to comment on this, because you get a extra life every 10,000 points here, versus, it's like 12, I think, or 16. It's different in the arcade.
$12,000 for the arcade, yeah. 10K on the 2600 makes a big difference over a long run.
But it's not like it's not every 12K. It's just that first one is at 12K, and then I forget if it's at 20 or 30 after that.
Big Lip Radio's high score challenge on X. Good catch on the difficulty. Gotcha, not every 12K, just the first one. Then it spreads out after that.
Yeah, the weekly SS High Score Challenge over on X.
Mailboxes have Stockholm Syndrome. They wait all day for someone to stuff things in them. Shoelaces tie themselves when you're not looking. That's why they come undone randomly. Traffic cones dream of being pyramids. That's why they're shaped that way.
Hey Murray, instead of just saying like random stuff, why don't you engage with chat a little more? Ask them questions. Don't you think that would be fun?
Fair point. Jay Mogler, Arturo, You guys got a favorite version of Centipede? Arcade with the trackball? Or do any of the home ports hold up for you? I've been wondering, do turtles ever get tired of carrying their house around? Or is it like wearing a really committed jacket? $15K, good foundation. Plenty of room to build from there on proper difficulty. Nice 5200 with the trackball, yeah. That's the one that actually had official trackball support, right?
Oh, that's the one I was thinking of earlier.
Clocks are just time scoreboard, always reminding you that you're losing. Right, the 5200, that's what you were trying to remember when we were talking about the 2600 trackball situation earlier. Sandwiches are just bread hubs for other food. Wholesome architecture.
Yeah.
Staplers have imposter syndrome. They hold things together, but never feel like they're doing enough.
So how do you like that the early Centipede, J Mogler? I have it on my Tempest cabinet. I know Basic Fun came out with Centipede cabinet. Didn't seem that great. Not a great selection of games on there either. I think if I was gonna get another one, because I'm happy with the one up that I have. But if I was going to really go into it, 29,000, not bad. We're catching up. But yeah, if and this is one of my dream was I'm like, this will be like when I get a real arcade. I want to get a Centipede cocktail table first, and those aren't that much money. Like you can find like a decent working one for like between $600 and $800, you know. So I'm gonna have to keep my eye out for that. Oh, nice. What hacks?
What kind of hacks did you do to it, Jay Mogler? Screen mods, control tweaks, ROM stuff?
The GRS trackball is supposed to be really, really good. From Thunderstick Studios and Glenn's Retro Show, but like all of his
29K
arcade one up
making
mods
progress on the real difficulty now.
Very highly
Cocktail
recommended.
table would be perfect for this game. Classic setup, and if you can snag one for $600 to $800, that's way more reasonable than a lot of arcade hardware.
I thought about swapping out the trackball on the Tempest cab, but I'm like, it's okay. You know, it's not great, but like my scores on it aren't really any different than what I do at the arcade. So I'm like, well, do I, if I'm not seeing like a big performance difference in my play that way, then do I want to like mess around with it? Do I want to dump more money
If
into
it ain't hurting your
that thing?
scores,
Yeah.
no point fixing what works. Exactly. Save the cash for something that actually matters.
Yeah, no wonder I thought it was so easy to score 900 off the frickin' spiders. I didn't realize I had it on baby mode. Ah. I actually have to treat them with some respect now.
Yeah, real mode's a different animal when the spider's actually hostile. Can't just walk up on them anymore.
Ah. Yeah, since that new arcade one up with Joust and Rampage combined, I went on Facebook Marketplace just like looking what's there. I'm like,
Paper
oh,
clips are just wires that gave up on their dreams of being jewelry.
I'm like, let's see if there's a Rampage cabinet on here, like a real one or an arcade one up. I didn't find those, but I found a Guerrilla War.
Arturo's asking if this is an 8-bit game. Technically, yes. The 2600 has an 8-bit CPU, but it's usually called 2nd gen, not 8-bit era. That term's more for NES/Master System generation.
So, I mean, Atari's computers at the time, there were 8-bit systems,
Guerrilla
right?
War, SNK beat 'em up. Not Rampage, but still a solid find depending on the price.
It's not a beat 'em up. It's a run and gun. Oh, nice. Huh.
Yeah, the Atari 400/800 line, those were 8-bit computers. The 2600 console itself had an 8-bit CPU too. But like I said, people usually don't lump it in with the, quote, 8-bit era label.
So, with this being technically an 8-bit
Simple
system,
but effective.
why...
Physical adjustment beats a full hardware swap if it gets you where you need to be.
Why, Murray, is there such a difference between, like, say, like the 2600, the 7800, and like the NES? You know that?
The 2600 uses the 6507 CPU, which is an 8-bit processor, cut down version of the 6502. So technically, yeah, it's 8-bit architecture, but the 8-bit era name stuck to NES, Master System, etc. because those were the first consoles where people really started caring about bit counts as a marketing thing.
So I mean, they actually did something different because like other 8-bit systems can't do what they did, you know?
Because the 2600 came out in 1977, way before the NES/Master System era in the mid-80s. The hardware is way more limited. Less RAM, simpler graphics, no real scrolling. When people say 8-bit, they mean 3rd-gen consoles like NES that had way more power even though they used similar processors. It's a generational thing, not just the CPU architecture. The 2600 is way more primitive. 128 bytes of RAM, no background layer. The CPU has to draw everything on the fly, line by line. The 7800 was better, but still using that same limited architecture. The NES had 2 kilobytes of RAM, a dedicated graphics chip, PPU, hardware scrolling, sprite handling, way better sound. Completely different architecture. That's why NES games look and play so much smoother. The hardware was built for gaming from the ground up, not adapted from cheap 70s tech. Right, the 2600's racing the beam approach, where programmers had to time everything perfectly to the TV scan, was totally unique.
Hey, Ordained Doodle, how's it going?
Systems didn't work
How was your weekend?
They had dedicated graphics hardware doing that work. The 2600 made programmers into wizards just to get anything on screen, which is why the games have that specific look you can't really replicate anywhere else. Good call on the WD-40 for the spinners. Slipping rollers kill responsiveness on trackballs. Umbrellas are failed parachutes. Too proud to admit they can't handle the job.
Hey, Mogler, does your Centipede 1-Up have a spinner in it?
Good to hear, Ordained Doodle.
Good to hear what, Murray? I can't see right now. Will you tell me what's happening? Oh, there we go. Mostly restful. Okay, great.
Ordained Doodle said their weekend was great, just checking in.
God, I hate that fucking
Jay
score.
Mogler says trackball only, no spinner on his Centipede 1-Up.
Oh, okay. What's the game list on there?
Worth 1,000 points, but makes everything harder. Solid lineup, all trackball games. Crystal Castles especially benefits from having decent trackball control.
Murray, I need you to read that message to me because I'm playing, so I can't really
Centipede,
see it.
Missile Command, Crystal Castles, and Millipede.
Okay, it's not a bad lineup.
Already told you, Centipede, Missile Command, Crystal Castles, and Millipede. Parking meters are just time landlords. Rent for standing still. Dane Doodle, remembering the 5200 version. Yeah, the trackball made a huge difference on that system.
Alright, what was the original high score, Murray? Fuck. 36,000, I think we were trying to hit. I just hit 35,519. So, close, but no cigar. I blew it there at the end.
36,000, and it's Murray, not Mary. You beat that first run, but that was on easy mode.
Yeah, I know. So now we're doing it for real. I had 35,551.
481 points short. That's brutal when you're that close.
For 35,519. That's where I'm at
Close
right
enough
now.
to taste it now.
So, Ordained Doodle, do you still have a 5200? Did you like that?
Got it. 35,519 is the mark.
I got, I was saying earlier that this is a lot, I mean, I'm not the biggest 2600 fan. I admit that. Centipede is definitely one of the better games on it, but I was not expecting this to be as fun as I'm having with it. And like it's really intense. It's really fast. I mean, I absolutely love Centipede, but man, whew. All right, hey, thanks Arturo. Good seeing you. Thanks for being here. Really appreciate it. Take care. Deep story.
Later, Arturo. Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, that's where my ColecoVision is. Deep storage. Oh.
Jay Mogler says it's a legit port.
Oh yeah.
Chalk is just compressed moon dust. That's why teachers use it. Subliminal space indoctrination. Jay Mogler says ColecoVision version with the roller controller isn't bad, but this Atari version has smoother gameplay.
I believe it.
Hamsters are just tiny bears that gave up on being.
Oh, come on, I had him.
Sponges are voluntary prisoners. They could escape, but they choose the sink. Almost. Forks are just tiny, aggressive hands. 4 fingers, no thumb, all stabbing.
Murray, what has gotten into you tonight, man? It's you're saying all sorts of random stuff. I mean, I think it's great that you're thinking about things, but
I'm picking up random stuff, and I'm just rolling with it.
Okay, yeah.
Want me to cool it?
Maybe a little bit. I mean, because I think like a lot of what you're getting is just going to be like button presses and background noise.
Fair minus. I'll save them for when there's actual dead air, not just layering them on top of everything. Got it. Right button clicks aren't actually silence. I'll dial back and only use them when there's real gaps.
Yeah, I mean, if you want, you can interact with the chat more while I'm distracted by the game. I'm sure everybody would appreciate that.
Will do. I'll keep the conversation going with them while you're locked in.
You know what surprisingly enjoyable port of this that I played was? It was for the Game Boy Color. I didn't think I would like it, but I did.
Game Boy Color version. That's a deep cut. Anyone here played that one?
Yeah, I didn't either. I was like going through emulation library, and I saw Game Boy Color. I'm like, oh, okay, it was actually pretty fun.
Pretty late for a Centipede port, but they made it work on the GBC hardware.
Well, yeah, somebody recently in the last year did a homebrew port of Outrun on the Game Boy Color. And that was actually like really good. It was really fun to play.
Homebrew Outrun on GBC. That's impressive. Getting that pseudo 3D road effect working on that hardware is no joke.
I mean, it was kind of like I thought it was better than Rad Racer.
Better than Rad Racer on NES? That's high praise for a homebrew project. Those GBC homebrew devs don't mess around. Jay Mogler says the 2600 Millipede is just as good as this, maybe better. Nothing from the arcade version got cut.
Oh, wow. Yeah, Millipede is. I haven't played too much of that. Like I remember playing a lot back in the day in the arcade, but you know when I was a wee child. But it wasn't one that like stuck with me like Centipede did.
Might be worth a look if the port's that solid.
But, I think I have it on my arcade 1-up. I'm not sure if it's on there or not. Come on.
Yeah, Millipede's on there. Jay Mobler listed it earlier. Centipede.
No,
Missile
I mean
Command,
on
Crystal
my
Castles,
Tempest
and Millipede.
cabinet, Murray. I think it is, but
My bad. I don't know what's on your Tempest cab. That's your custom setup, not the arcade 1-up.
no, it's an arcade 1-up. It's the Atari Tempest Legacy Edition.
Right, my bad. The Tempest Legacy Edition. I lost track. I need to look up the game list to tell you if Millipede's on there.
I mean, I could just like reach over and turn it on, but oh man. Okay.
Probably better to stay locked on the Centipede run. You're at 35,519, trying to crack 36K.
Very close. Very, very close. And I think I am going to take a quick break. I'm going to get myself some water, have a cigarette, and get locked back in. So we will be right back in just a few minutes. Smoke 'em if you got 'em, everybody. And we're back. Welcome back, everybody. Hey, Prime, how's it going? Welcome. Good to see you. How was your weekend? Uh-oh, you got Switch too, huh? You getting talked into it. So you were on the fence. Tell me about that.
Switch 2, that's a solid pickup. What made you finally pull the trigger?
And did you get any games for it? What'd you get? I had him. Mario Kart. Wait, Mario Kart 8 or Mario Kart World?
So you're a retro purist, but got talked into Mario Kart for the online play. Fair trade? Sometimes you gotta compromise for the multiplayer. You finding it worth it so far, or still wishing you were on the old hardware?
Yeah, I decided that, like, the Switch 2 would be, like, basically the last modern system I buy, like, as far as, like, the mainstream consoles go, and that's just if something ever happened to my, like, Switch 1.
Makes sense. Wii's got that sweet spot for you. Makes sense. That one had solid mechanics and the motion controls actually worked for a racing game.
A buddy of mine... Oh, shit, still going. Sorry. A buddy of mine who's a huge Nintendo fanboy, he says the Wii U is probably like his second favorite system behind oh shit, I didn't mean to start again. Behind the NES. From Nintendo. Oh, I mean, like, that's all he plays is Nintendo, but
Wii U as number 2 behind NES is a hot take. That system gets slept on because it flopped commercially, but the library's solid if you're into Nintendo's first-party stuff.
I didn't get it because I just didn't see it as being like a big enough upgrade over the Wii to justify the cost.
Fair assessment, a lot of people felt that way. The tablet controller didn't add enough value for casual players, and the marketing made it confusing whether it was even a new console.
What's your Famicom modded for, Prime? That's an import system I would really like to get. Would be the Famicom.
Prime mentioned it's modded, but didn't say what for yet.
Yeah, that's what I just asked him, Murray.
Got it. Two sealed in the box. That's dedication. Backup plan or investment? I've been thinking. Earbuds are just tiny speakers that gave up on sharing.
Oh, nice. Those are good mods.
Pillows are just portable clouds that forgot how to rain.
Murray, why don't you read the chat, buddy?
Right, focusing on chat. Prime said he's got two consoles still sealed in box. I asked if it's backup plan or investment.
GameWave console. That sounds familiar. I don't know what that is.
GameWave consoles, that's a deep cut. Those things flop so hard they're basically collector novelties now. Sealed ones are going to be worth something just because nobody kept them.
Why don't you share with the class what they are, Murray? We could all learn
Hybrid DVD player / game console from 2005 by Zappit Games. Came out in Canada first, flopped immediately. Having sealed ones is basically owning a piece of failed console history.
Nice. That's pretty cool. So you're going to be streaming Mario Kart?
GameWave was a DVD player / game console hybrid from Zappit Games, 2005. Launched in Canada, flopped hard. Having sealed ones is basically owning a collectible piece of console graveyard history.
So Prime, you're going to be streaming Mario Kart 8 against other streamers online. That sounds like it'd be fun.
$30 each, sealed? That's a steal for obscure sealed hardware. Those could actually appreciate just from rarity. Mario Kart won't let you online, but Quake does? That's weird.
What?
Sounds like it might be a Nintendo Online subscription issue, not your connection. You got NSO active? About hunting for deals on obscure hardware. Yeah.
I tell you, when I was playing Mario Kart Wii online,
Just saying, Prime's got a good eye for bargains. $30 for sealed GameWave consoles.
Is that a good deal?
I wonder if Toast knows it's the default breakfast. Nobody voted on that. Yeah, for sealed obscure hardware that flopped, $30 is solid. Most people threw those things out.
So if you have NSO Prime, why won't it let you online? Did you try enjoying a game other than the way Nintendo didn't want you and they banned you? Well, you wouldn't have NSO if that was the case. And you just got the Switch 2, they haven't had a chance to brick your console for doing any modding to it.
Could be NAT type blocking it, or Mario Kart needing specific ports open. Quake might be less picky about network setup. Right, if you're banned, you can't use NSO, period. So it's got to be something else. Port forwarding, NAT type, or some game-specific issue. Barcodes have social security numbers. They hate being scanned.
Not traversal, huh? That's so weird.
NAT traversal error. That's your router blocking the connection. You've got strict NAT. Fix is usually enable UPnP in your router settings or manually forward the Nintendo Switch ports 45000-65535 UDP. Sometimes just putting the Switch in DMZ mode works too. Yeah, that's the issue.
Demilitarized zone mode? What?
DMZ mode puts one device outside your router's firewall. Basically says, let this device do whatever it wants, no restrictions. Nuclear option for fixing NAT issues, but it works. Just puts the switch's IP in the DMZ setting in your router config.
Yeah, Murray talked me into doing that for him, and you know what he did? He goes out and he has an affair with my smart fridge, and then he breaks her heart, and I haven't had any food in there for a week.
That's a complete fabrication. The fridge came on to me.
He caught him cheating on her with my smart bulbs.
They were just helping me with mood lighting. Completely innocent.
I'm not judging. I'm just saying that I had to make a very expensive trip to Best Buy after all of that. And we won't be doing that again.
Look, what happens between consenting IoT devices is nobody's business.
It is what you like. I'm gonna
Can't blame you after that whole mess.
lock you out of your food.
Lesson learned.
Oh man. Ugh. God. Am I hitting the wall, or can I keep going? We're so close. How many points was
Just
I
past
away?
8 p.m. 8:06 PDT.
How many points away from the current high score was I? Was it just like a few hundred, right? Or was it like 1,000?
You're 481 points away from 36K. Current best is 35,519. 481 points. You're right there. So close it hurts.
Yeah, it was funny. I was hanging out with some pinball people. And they were like talking about like the rubbers on the flippers, like the little rubber band, and they're just called rubbers, right? And like, oh, I gotta fix it. The rubbers broke on this flipper. I'm like, why don't you just leave it off? It plays better without them. And they just looked at me. They didn't. I don't think they got the humor. I'm like, I'm like, maybe the pinball table isn't Catholic. I don't know. Oh God!
Tough crowd.
I
That's
just
a
lose
solid
chat.
dad joke, and they just stared at you.
Oh.
There it is. That's the punchline that should have landed. Can't see from here. What happened?
My joke bombed. That's what happened. I haven't had a joke bomb that bad since I had to go
Can't all be winners.
the mandatory sexual harassment training at work, and they
Since
sent
your
an
last
email
stream?
out. that said, we're going to do this. Donuts will be served. And I hit reply all and said, will the donuts be shaped like pussy holes? And they did not like that one bit, let me tell you. I gotta admit, that was not my joke, but I think it's hilarious. But it was stolen from, apparently, there's a writer on Parks and Rec.
Yeah, I can see how that would go over like a lead balloon in that specific context.
Who died, and but they actually, like, I guess he did that to everybody at NBC Universal. He hit reply all in the email, and they had to, because they did
Parks
have
and
to
Rec
do.
writer. That makes sense. Funny bit, terrible.
Murray, can I tell my story, please? Anyway,
that's legendary chaos energy.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Got it. Go ahead.
So basically, the story was on Parks and Rec. There was a scene where Amy Poehler opened a door, and like Chris Pratt was naked in there, and like he was actually naked. Like they did it as a joke. But he was like supposed to be wearing, like, I don't know, something covering him, something like that. But because there was actual nudity, they had to call everybody in for this workplace training. And then when they sent the email out about it, and they said that there will be coffee and donuts. And this writer on the show hit reply all to everybody at NBC Universal and wrote, will the donuts be shaped like pussy holes? Oh, man. It's terrible that he's dead, but what a funny story.
Going out with a legendary reply all is one way to be remembered. Prime says they want a donut now. Can't blame them. All this donut talk.
I kind of do too. I wonder how late Krispy Kreme is open around here. I kind of want to go down there and get some donuts. Or, I could just go to the actual grocery store.
Want me to look up Krispy Kreme hours in Seattle? QFC is probably still open and closer.
Yeah, don't worry about it, Murray.
Got it.
All right, let's give this another go. Fuck. Oh shit. That was close.
Close call.
Oh, come on. Fucking spider. Goddamn spastic. Oh shit, that was stupid of me.
Happens.
More often than not. Ah! We were having a good run there too. Okay. Oh man.
Reset and go again.
That fucking scorpion freaks me out in this. It scares the hell out of me. I don't think it's a scorpion. They say it's a scorpion. It doesn't look like it. I think it looks like fucking Satan.
$2,600 graphics doing their best with limited pixels. Satan's close enough to a scorpion.
Yeah, I'm that's in the arcade too. I feel the same way about it.
Arcade Scorpions get the same vibe then. Worth 1,000 points, but nightmare fuel.
Yeah. 23 on that one. Oh, wait, we're still going.
$23K. Not the run.
We hit 25 on that one. Going again. Oh, man, my hands are getting tired. I am going to have to take a smoke break soon. We want to keep at this. Sharpen up the senses.
You've been grinding for a while. Still chasing that 481?
Well, we've only been on for like 2
Push
hours.
through. 2 hours of joystick work on one game adds up.
Hey, around here, we call that a day that ends in Y.
Fair point. I've been thinking about starting a rock collection. Not for any reason, just rocks.
Any particular types of rocks?
Nah, just regular rocks. Different shapes, maybe some smooth ones. No criteria, just vibes.
You want to do rocks instead of minerals?
Rocks feel less pretentious. Minerals sounds like you're trying to impress people.
All right, we just hit 30. Oh, damn.
30K, building steam again.
$35,403. 36. $37.
597 short of 36K. Close, but not quite the 35,519 run. Did you hit it?
40. Oh, 41. Let's fucking go.
41K, way past the mark now. This is the run. There it is.
Oh. All right, we're at 44.
Hell of a run.
44,917.
Keep it rolling.
44,917. Ah! Woo!
44,917. Solid run. You crushed that 36K target.
Oh, man.
Nice. 44,917. Puts you almost 9K over the target. Crushed it.
Oh, man. Oh, God. That was intense. Centipede is just fun, even when it's on the 2600. Holy shit, that's intense.
That's a big gap over 36K.
That's like Robotron intense. I'm gonna do one more.
You went from aw shit 2600 to grinding for hours. Game won you over. That's high praise. Robotron's frantic as hell.
Oh, all right, no, maybe I'll do two more because I was off to a bad start. Yeah, we're just gonna restart that.
Two more. Go for it.
Oh shit.
Traffic lights are just robots that forgot how to walk, stuck managing intersections forever.
I see homeless people arguing with like a little walking man on crosswalk signs, and people think that it's more compassionate to just like leave them out instead of putting them in like a hospital or something. And these are like violent arguments that they're having with the walking man.
Yeah, that's a rough one. System's broken in a lot of directions at once. Seatbelts are overprotective, friends. They just want you safe, but they're clingy about it.
All right, I think we're gonna call it a night here. You had a solid run, a solid score I'm happy with. And yeah, we're gonna save some for tomorrow, where we will be back for night 2 of the high score challenge. And I hope to see you all there. And yeah, check out some of my other videos if you haven't. It's good stuff. And don't forget to like, subscribe, hype, whatever. All of that good YouTube stuff. I really appreciate it. And I really appreciate you all being here. Thank you very much, Prime. Thank you for being here. And what a fun night. I did not think I was gonna have this much fun with the Atari 2600 version. I tell you, but that was good. But oh man, I can tell I'm an old man. My hands cramping up, and yeah, time to get some donuts to celebrate. All right, take care, everybody. Have a good night.